Then the soothsayer spake thus to the witcher: This counsel I shall give you. Don hobnailed boots and take an iron staff. Walk in your hobnailed boots to the end of the world. Tap the road in front of you with the staff, and let your tears fall. Go through fire and water. Do not stop. Do not look back. And when your boots are worn out, when your iron staff is worn down, when the wind and the sun have dried your eyes such that not a single tear will fall from them, then you will find what you are searching for, what you love, at the end of the world, perhaps. And the witcher walked through fire and water, never looking back. But he took neither hobnailed boots nor a staff. He took only his witcher's sword. He obeyed not the words of the soothsayer, and rightly so, for she was wicked. Florin Delanoy, Tales and Legends. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I am the Victorian Cowboy, and welcome to the first installment of the Baptism of Fire book club. This is the third novel in Andrzej Sapkowski's series based around the Witcher Geralt of Rivia and his quest to protect and find Ciri, the Lion of Sintra. And one thing I want to say is the thing I really like about Sapkowski's style is a lot of the storytelling is indirect. We don't see it from like an objective third person's narration, although we do, but it's not. So for instance, in this first chapter, in chapter 1, we see it from, like, we hear about Geralt and the story and his waiting there in Broccolon from a huntress. And the huntress throughout it is trying to figure out what she's going to be doing, and in turn decides to go catch the Witcher and join him on his quest, because it's an impossible task. This Witcher, this fighter, this huntress, and then you have Dandelion, the bard. And so it's going to be interesting, because she doesn't have this great relationship with Geralt, partially on her own. She's one of the few people to survive in Broccolon and actually helps the Scoia'tael. And so it's setting us up for this quest where we're getting this ragtag band together that's going to be questing. And I'm looking forward to it. I think it also has, at the very end, we have a brief look at Ciri, who is now one of the rats. She's described as having evil in her eyes, and this is not from our main storyteller of this emphasis. This is from somewhere else. So we are seeing Ciri really embracing this lifestyle because it's what she has to do to survive, and I'm waiting to see how she's changed from the last book, where she was timid and not as willing to kill, to somebody who is going to fit right in with this ragtag band. Of course, there's also the other thing I almost forgot about in here as I glance at my notes, is that there's a secret council of mages trying to form that's banning men from its ranks, and they're going to be trying to adhere to or at least maintain some semblance of order in their ranks. And I think that has great potential to be both a benefit and a massive point of contention that causes even more strife throughout this particular novel and the next two. And I feel like it's going to be more harm than good, just based on a storytelling perspective. Something like this is going to get found out, somebody's going to turn traitor, and then the world's going to suffer for it. We also haven't heard where Yennefer is yet, because she wasn't in this meeting, but one of the sorceresses from Nilfgaard was there, albeit as a projection. I imagine this almost like the scene from the movie Kingsman, where when you put on the glasses you see everybody sitting around the tables despite them all being stationed around the world. So I have to say I'm excited for this novel. I just need to make sure I get on top of reading it. I apologize this is coming out so late. I had this chapter read almost a month ago, so if I'm missing some details I apologize. I didn't take as copious notes, but I had this chapter read almost a month ago, and then just with the way life has been, I have been unable to record it, and I've been feeling rather uninspired and dull and drab. So if you look at the YouTube channel, there isn't as much, so I apologize for that. But I'm hoping to get back into it of every week or every other week, because I really do have the goal of trying to finish all the novels by summer, when another story in surrounding Geralt is supposed to come out. Though I don't believe it's a novel, I believe it's another short story collection, but I'd have to look more into it again. But the goal is to try and get these stories read. So with that being said, this is the Baptism of Fire book club. I may also try and do one on a separate novel at some point as well, not related to this, because I found a lovely app with my library that allows me to check some out, so much more cost effective. But thank you for joining us. Please feel free to comment. Let us know what you thought. I would love to continue to engage in meaningful discussion on the novels. That's why I do this. I want to hear people's thoughts. I want to share my thoughts with people. So please feel free to share. And as always, have a good one. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of our video. We do hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, give us a like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you thought, and as always, have a good one.